Hey, shalom, y'all. Good morning. Quick little message, man. Quick little message. Brothers, you know how when you dealing with other brothers in the world, you realize that you can't really be a 100% friend the way you want to be with them because of the way that they are, because of the morals that they have. And you realize that it's a lot of people that don't have morals, period. So you could be cordial, you could be friendly, you could be a good person to them, but because they don't have morals, they don't understand how to give that back to you. Their whole mindset is set up on how they feel, what makes them feel better, um, what's good to them, what's profitable to them, what's putting money in their pocket. Everything is about them because they don't have no morals. And in this country, is a lot of people that just go around with no morals. So when we in the truth, but even in the world, and you're dealing with people, when you're in the world, you're dealing with people that don't have no morals. And then you come into the truth and you find people with morals. You find people that have something that they're gonna stand on, and you can appreciate that. You appreciate being around the brothers because there's a moral compass that the brothers have. It's certain things that they not gonna do. The things that they are gonna do. The love that you're gonna get. The disrespect is not gonna be there. There's a whole moral compass about the situation. And in this world we in today, man, it's extremely hard to find that. So when you do find that, it's a comforting feeling. It's a good thing, to be around people that have morals, that think about things before they do it, that care about what God say about the things they doing, that actually have some type of sense, common sense, where the sense is common amongst y'all. I don't even know why they call it common sense, because it's not common amongst everybody. But when you're in the midst of a bunch of brothers that have the common sense, man, it's a beautiful thing. So take that whole mindset and understand the reason why it's better than the relationships that you had with your friends in the world. The reason why it's better is because of the moral compass, because of the Bible, because of the scripture saying, I'm a companion to them that fear thee and keep thy precepts. That's the reason. So when you come in the truth and you trying to find a woman, you got to understand why you're not succeeding. You're not succeeding because you're not finding a woman that fears God and that has a moral compass, that cares, that actually think about what God gonna think before they say and do things. Having morals is extremely underrated, but this is the reason why brothers feel comfortable around each other, because we know it's certain things that we can expect from each other. We know it's certain love that we can expect from each other. We know there's no disrespect coming from each other. So you understanding that the reason why we able to have peace together is with morals. You have to have that same mindset when you're dealing with your women. You cannot have women that don't have any morals, that don't fear God. If they don't fear God, then they're going off of what makes them feel better, and that's all that matters to them. Or what makes them feel good. That's all they care about. You have to you have to start dealing with women that only fear God, that fear God and keep his commandments. Because that's where you're gonna get some real peace and somebody with some real morals in your house that'll live and stand by something. Because in this world, there's no morals, man. These females out here doing what they want, when they want, with who they want, and they throwing to the side what God said. Like they basically like, well, this how I am, and I can't help it. They want to throw all kind of catchphrases out there, but the reason why they throwing the catchphrases out there is because they know that the men are too foolish to catch on to their game. God catching on. God, I say catching on. God already know what the hell you doing. But the men of the Lord are catching on to what's going on. And the men of the Lord are stopping this cycle. We stopping the cycle of dealing with these ratchet females that think it's all about them. It's real simple. You get a female that knows it's all about you, that understands she have to treat you like Christ. So if she really felt like Christ was on earth sitting next to her giving her commands, she would make it all about him. But the problem is that rule, that moral that's set up that says treat him as you would treat Christ, that's being completely ignored. See, we see the morals and we do it and we follow after it. That you have to make sure you have a woman that's like-minded, that actually fear God and care about what God say. Then when she does and she sees that the way she's supposed to treat you is like Christ, man, you're going to get that, because that's morals. That's what she lived by. She lived by the code of the Bible. You know, it's things that you probably haven't even showed her, but then you showed her, she snapped to it immediately because she lived by the code. So, you know, I feel bad for brothers that, you know, think so worldly when it comes to dealing with these females, because you stuck in the world with them. But when you understand this is spiritual, this is holistically spiritual going on. And if they not spiritual, you wasting your time. You have to deal with a woman with morals. Dealing with a woman without morals is like dealing with a brother without morals. There's no boundaries. He want to talk about birthdays and all kind of sin and want to sit here and try to throw things in the pot that ain't supposed to be in the pot. You already know. Gumbo or wickedness, man. And I ain't just talking about food. Everything in the world is okay and mixed in with brothers that's in the world. So the same thing with sisters that's in the world. Everything, sisters that don't fear God. Everything is nothing's off limits. Everything is in bounds. Everything is okay. You know, it just depends on how she feel. Because when there's no morals in play, now it's just your feelings. Now everybody can be right. There is no right or wrong. We have the Bible set up as the right. That's why I say, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. We can't change we can't change the morals that was set up by the Most High already. We can't change that. All we can do is follow it, and that's the definition of righteousness. And if we don't follow it, that's the definition of wickedness. So if you see a woman that's not following the order, you have to understand this is a wicked woman. And you explain and show her in the scriptures what she's supposed to do, and she still continues. God already told you what that was. She don't want to live by his morals, so you have to understand that's not one that's sent from God. Remember, he says silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. That's sent from him. If she's not silent and loving, that ain't sent from him. If she can't be tamed, controlled, and being brought down to being silent and loving, that's not a gift from him, man. We got to believe what he say. And if a woman really fear God and she see all the things that God say he expects of her, she gonna do just like you did, brother. She gonna repent, and she gonna start doing the things that God expects of her, so that she can actually have love from God. Because the Lord say, I love them that love me. That Proverbs 8 and 15. 17. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. So you have to understand, God don't love everybody. He loves the ones that will stick to the code, that will stick to his morals, stick to his precepts, his commandments, his statutes. That's what he loves. And that is what's going to change your life, brothers. If you apply God's commandments across the board, not just with your brothers, but also with these females, you will keep these wicked females out of your household. And these females is all worried about them, let them go and do their thing. It's plenty enough for you to go and find you another one that's going to listen and do what God say. He put enough out here for these righteous brothers. Don't get it twisted. He put enough out here for you. You know, people may have you thinking that it's not out here or not enough out here, but it's enough out here for you. But you just got to trust in the way God said do it. Set those rules up, set those boundaries up, and then let them make the decision on if they're going to come in and serve you or not. And if they're not going to meet all of the requirements, don't allow it to happen. These are your morals. Stick to your morals. Stand on your morals. Don't have no woman just come in halfway submitting. She talking good, but then she got a bad attitude on her face. Don't do that. That's a waste of time. She trying to cause disruption in your house. Your house supposed to be your place of peace, man. And the only way it's going to be your place of peace is if everybody in that thing is acting the way you say that they're supposed to be acting, because you are the king of that joint. It's not acting how some other brothers say they're supposed to be acting or how some other sisters say. You the king of that joint, and that's your peaceful spot. So it needs to be according to the way you say it's supposed to be at the end of the day. Stick with them that fear God all across the board, and then you'll have no issues, man. The morals is what's key. We got to have some morals in our life to get back to some normalcy. And that's what I'm trying to get you brothers to understand. You have to apply that when dealing with these sisters as well, not just dealing with your brothers, man. Shalom.